I got two people I want to share with you here who's been part of our masterminds from day one, who supported you, who've been at our events, and maybe you didn't get to see them as much because we're not, all in person, but one of them I'm going to call forth, my main man, Mel Abraham is somewhere up in here. I'm going to find me some Mel Abraham. Mel Abraham, are you in here?
I'm here. How you doing?
Listen, everybody. Mel and I did, what did we do, buddy? We did 100+ live events. I don't know, maybe less. Somewhere between, I think we're between 70 and 90 live 4 or 5 day events together before Corona. So we've been on the road for the last decade together. You've been at our events. You've seen Mel. And he's always at our mastermind, such a presence there, and not getting to do that. I wanted to bring him in here at the end. And Mel, let us know, how's things going? What's working? And what advice would you give them for closing out this year?
Wow. Things are amazing. Some of you know that I've been on a heck of a journey, but journeys come to you with a light. They come to you with a gift, and they come to you when you need it the most to shift priorities and shift things. And so for me, what's working is to start to trim down the things that I'm doing in my life. What Ethan said about cutting things in half is huge. I'll give you the story. June 13th last year. Well, actually, we'll go back before this because you'll see how quickly life can change. Few weeks, we had a mastermind in Puerto Rico. We all flew back, a bunch of us. I mean, we're talking about top entrepreneurs, $100 million companies there with Brendan. We all flew back on a G5. So life is good. I'm speaking on stages, just finished a multi-6-figure launch. Everything is great. And 2 weeks after that, I found myself in the hospital bed with them because they found, at that point, they thought it was a 5-centimeter tumor in my bladder. And when they went in, it turned out to be 7.5 centimeters. So it was a large tumor. I'm sitting there. The kinds of things that went through your mind and go through your mind at that time, it was dark. It was like, why, how? It's like one of those things that they said, smokers, drinkers, around chemicals, those kind of people get that kind of cancer. And I go, yeah, well, I'm none of that. And say, well, the average age for this cancer is 73. I go, well, unless mom lied on the birth certificate, I'm nowhere close to 73. So I spent the time asking myself for a little while about how and why until I had this realization. And I think this is the lesson, because I think we've been given a gift indirectly with COVID and being able to clear the tables, to look at our lives, to examine how we do things with money, how we do things with business, how we do things with our family, how we do things at all. And that is this, is I realized that I would be miserable as I continued to search in the past for my why. Because the why and why this happened and how this happened isn't in the past. What I realized is that I had the ability to put the why in the future. And that I needed to look forward and say, what does this mean? What does this mean to me? And how do I make it mean something? Yeah, baby. That's meaningful. And I think that I had the opportunity then to realize that we've been given a finite number of slices of life to do things. Someone asked me, said, how did the cancer change you? Now, mind you, we'll fast forward just so you get to the end of the story as far as the cancer goes. 3 surgeries, 4 tumors, 21 treatments. I've been cleared literally 2 weeks ago, fully cleared of the cancer and beat that little bad boy down. So I'm around. But here's the thing that I think that—
Love you, Mel!
Yeah. That I think we get a chance to do is we all realize that we have a finite life, but we don't take it seriously, I think, until it's staring us in the face. And it was staring me in the face in that moment. It was staring my wife in the face. It was staring my son. It was staring my friends. I remember having a conversation with Brendan and Denise and all the people that I cared about, because I love life so much. I said, no, I'm going to stick around. But what I realized is that if we're only given a finite number of slices of life, when we say yes to someone or we say yes to something, we're giving a slice of our life away. You all have given your slice of life away for the last 3 days. And I can assure you that everyone that has served is going to do what they showed you a living example of what I'm saying is that, so if I'm going to give my slice of life away to you, then I have a responsibility, because you're giving a slice back to me. I have a responsibility to show up fully. I have a responsibility to give it my all. I have a responsibility to be there, present, and just deliver everything that I
Preach, brother.
And that is exactly what Brendan and Ethan and Dean and everyone else has done. That's our responsibility. And if we look at this today, and we look at COVID, and we look at what we've been given in this gift, if you will, COVID, and I've lost some friends to it. It's not a gift, but it is a gift in the sense that if it gets you to sit back on your heels and examine your life and say, how am I going to spend the next slices of my life? How am I going to make sure that when I give that slice away and they give me a slice of their life, I make that transaction worthwhile, that it is fully invested, that it is fully given and fully received. It's fully appreciated with gratitude and everything, because you all have been given a gift. You all have been given a message. You all have been given something that you are put here to do. And it is time to go do it. It's time to go serve. It's time to go give that slice to the people that need it the most, because until you do, they will continue to suffer. They will continue to struggle. You keep it from the world. You steal it from the world. And I got to tell you, the lessons I've had in the last 15 months of looking at life and looking at business and looking at money and how do you do things so they matter, so they mean, are huge. And so my invitation for you as you move forward is to just look at that. The 3 gifts that you've been given here today in our life is this. You've been given the gift of time. And so you have the ability to decide how you're going to spend that time, how you're going to use that time, and what you're going to do with that time. You've been given the gift. You've been given the gift of talent. Now, those talents may be innate, or those talents may be developed. Those talents may be there in the future. The question is, how are you going to use those talents to serve? How are you going to use those talents to make a difference? And the 3rd gift that you've been given is the gift of treasures. And those treasures are the experiences that you create, the experiences you have, the loved ones that are around you, the people that care about you, and you have the chance to decide what those are. Here's the thing that I know for certain, is that I was a competitive fighter in the martial arts for a number of years. And when I got into that ring, I had people in my corner. And those people in my corner were ring people that would take care of my stretching, my strength, my foot movement, my hand movement, all those things. And when I got in that ring, this time around for cancer, I sat with my team of doctors and I said, you can't fight this fight for me. I will fight, I will win, but I need you to make me as strong as possible to get in that ring and fight that battle. Well, everyone on this mastermind, they're in your corner too. But here's the other side of that. If you don't use those gifts, if you don't give those gifts to the world as much as you possibly can, I know that if I didn't get back out in the world and give the gifts, here's what I know, is that not only did I disrespect the gifts, but I disrespected everyone in my corner that fought the battle with me to beat the cancer, stay in the world, and make a difference. And so I invite you to go out there, respect the gifts, give your slices of life fully, accept everything else back in gratitude, and go serve, because the world is waiting for you. We've been given the gift of COVID to say, let me re-examine it, and let's go serve. Bless you all. It's
Mel Abraham! Mic drop! Oh!
Thank you, brother.
So beautiful, brother. We miss you so much.
Amen. Amen.
We are sending you heart and love, man. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Love you, man.
Love you, brother.
Love him.